Canada is standing at the edge of very big political transformation with the federal elections right around the corner. But what if the real answer to who will win lies not only in the polls and policies and the debate, but also in the stars and the astrology? Today, we are diving deep into the birth charts and we try to check the palmistry of two major contenders in Canada's political future. Yes, I'm talking about Mark Carney and Pierre Poilievre, who is destined for a better leadership and for our next Prime Minister of Canada. Does this cosmic alignment in the birth chart favor one over the other? Stick around as we are going to decode their horoscopes, analyze their palm lines, and we'll try to uncover who the universe is silently backing up in this big political battle. So let's get started. My name is Gautam, host for this channel from Canada, where in this channel we try to share the knowledge and information gained for spirituality, astrology, and even palmistry. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing it now and hit the like button. Let me know you're supporting the Canadian election this year, this time. So the very first thing which I wanted to discuss today is I wanted to first take up the birth chart, the horoscope of Mark Carney, and then we'll check for Pierre, and then we will get into the palm reading and the palmistry of these two leaders. So I'm sure you might be very excited and very eager to know who is going to win or what's the outcome of this election. Hang on, stay tight, hang tight, watch this video till the end. We'll try to see all the angles. We'll try to see the birth chart, we'll try to see, the palm energies, what's happening, what sort of signs are coming up for us in Canada. So stay tuned and let's start. So the very first thing which I wanted to take on the screen is the birth chart of Mark Carney. Alright, so as you can see on the screen, we have the birth details of Mark Carney. He was born on March the 16th, 1965. That was a Tuesday at 7:56 a.m. Fort Smith, Canada. Now I got this 7:56 a.m. birth time from Google, and when I checked into the 7:56 birth chart, it actually is not matching with his personality, and I feel that 7:56 is not the right birth time for Mark Carney, because as per the 7:56, the D9, the planet of nature personality, D9 is Capricorn, which is Saturn, and Saturn is exactly placed in the 11th house in the Chalit chart. So I can say that as per the 7:56 birth time, his Saturn is in the 11th house and he is not very much a Capricorn personality at all. And when I check the life events, when I check his previous work experience, and he been into certain government positions in the past, is not matching much with the 7:56. And then I did a little bit of research and I tried to adjust, fine-tune the birth time, and as per me, 7:48 is a little closer birth time for him. So let's open up the 7:48 birth chart. Alright, so as per the 7:48 a.m. birth time of Mark Carney, this sort of personality matches a lot, because here the D9, the Navamsa, is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is placed exactly in the first house. Typically, Sagittarius Navamsha is very strong with education, very strong with focus and concentration, and typically people with a Sagittarius Navamsha have a bigger forehead. So if you see the picture of Mark Carney, he has a leaner face personality, and if I compare his young age, like when he was like 30 or 40, even at that time he used to look very much the same. And this face personality, the face reading matches with the Sagittarius Navamsha. So Sagittarius Navamsha is his actual time of birth, which is 7:48, and as per which his D9 is well placed in the first house, which indicates very independent, workaholic, very hardworking, and reaching to such a position in life through his independent efforts in his life, because Jupiter is in the first house, the house of self-esteem, the house of leadership, the house of a little bit of ego, but taking initiative and maintaining a good leadership is Jupiter in the first house. Now the D10, the main planet of karma, D10, the main planet of the career path, is the planet Saturn, Capricorn Saturn, and Saturn is exactly in his 11th house, which is friends a very good position in his birth chart, which signifies that he's going to be stable in his leadership roles, and definitely he has a fulfillment of a desire. So he has this desire to become a prime minister. Then these indications I must say, are pretty strong. I'm not saying that he is certainly 100% winning the election. Hang on, we will check for Pierre, we'll check his, and we will come to the conclusion. But his chart has pretty strong combination of planets, I would say, because you see his chart, he's an Aries ascendant. Alright, he's an Aries ascendant. His Saturn is placed exactly in the 11th house at 16 degree, and from here Mars is able to aspect Saturn. Moon is also able to aspect Saturn. So when Mars can aspect Saturn, Mars and Saturn kind of aspect is a good news. It is a very positive news for his very good career path and fulfillment of his desires. Now, the main thing is, how is Mark Carney's time going on at the moment? At this moment, from his birth chart, he is under the Mercury Antardasha, the Bhukti. And Mercury is exactly placed in his 12th house, the house of loss, or the house of, more efforts, very much more efforts. However, Mercury rules the 3rd house also in his chart, and Mercury rules the 6th house also. So 3, 6 and 12. Now 12 is not good, but the 3rd house and the 6th house are good news for his election campaign and things like that. So overall, from his birth chart, Mark Carney has pretty strong positions in his planetary combination. He also took the oath on April the 14th. I'll come to his chart when he took the swan, when he was, swearing ceremony went all good. Now coming back to Pierre Poilievre birth chart. Now we don't have a very concrete time of birth for Pierre, because Pierre was an adopted kid, and even Pierre might not know his time of birth. So preparing the birth chart, preparing the horoscope of Pierre is difficult. We don't know the exact time of birth. It could be any time in the 24-hour time window. And we typically don't get into any other people's birth chart when we don't know the time of birth at all. Yeah, even if we know a window like 2 hour, 3 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes, we can rectify the birth time rectification and get the birth time, like how we did for Mark Carney. On the Google it says 7:56, but I feel 7:48 seems to be very accurate time of birth. But for Pierre, we unfortunately don't have the birth time. However, on one of the websites somewhere, I found Pierre's birth time, and I wanted to share his birth chart and show you why it is not connecting or why it is not so accurate. So as you can see on the screen, we have the Pierre's birth chart. He was born on 3rd of June 1979 in Calgary, and somewhere on the website says that 7:51, but I don't trust this online time for him, because it is not matching with his overall energies and his personality, and nothing is matching at all. But just wanted to showcase how was the planetary position on the day of his birth. On the day of his birth, the planet Jupiter was very strong. Jupiter is exalted. Even he has like this Sun and Mercury together in the sign of Taurus. When Sun and Mercury are together, such a personality is a very creative, very crafty when it comes to communication, very polished. And his communication skills are going to be very, very good, like very outspoken, extrovert, and good in communication skills. Jupiter in exalted is also a good sign of knowledgeable personality overall, though Pierre has completed his education up till I think his graduation, what I read. Mark Carney, on the other hand, you see his Saturn in the 11th house, Jupiter in the 1st house. Jupiter was like the strongest planet. Saturn was super strongest planet for Mark Carney. His education went really well, and I think Mark Carney is sort of a little more higher educated personality overall. If you see on the screen, Venus and Mars are also together. Like there is a good planetary combination which is happening in his chart. Mars, Venus, Sun, Mercury, Jupiter exalted, Saturn and North Node. So these are all the planets which are sort of very much in a good combination, but we unfortunately don't know his exact time of birth, so we cannot cast his accurate ascendant and see where this combination is happening in which exact house. The house can give us result whether things will happen or not happen. The second thing is, which I wanted to discuss is, I wanted to discuss the palms of these two personalities. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Pierre's palm picture, clear palm picture anywhere on internet or on Google. However, guys, if you find any good picture on Google, you can please comment below, or you can share with me, connect with me to share Pierre's palm picture or Mark Carney's palm picture, and I would be able to quickly do a short or a video or Instagram reel in next coming few days of time. But I found a very nice, not very clear and precise palm picture of Mark Carney, but a good picture of Mark Carney, as you can see on the screen. Alright, so this is the palm picture of Mark Carney, and as you can see, we don't have a very precise lines which I can see, but very intuitively, if I see, there is certainly this sun line below his ring finger is forming. Sun line is typically a strong indication. Now, hang on, I had seen the same sun line in the palm of Kamala Harris. So last year when I was making the video of US elections, I was comparing Kamala Harris palmistry, Kamala Harris birth chart versus Trump. So Trump's chart was a little more powerful as compared to Kamala Harris birth chart, and hence Trump won the elections. I really feel it would have been best if it was other way around, but yeah, whoever had the chance, the destiny is going to come out get the victory. So in Mark Carney's palm, there is certain lines, certain signs which are a little visible. Like his lifeline goes pretty good. There is like a very broadly we can see his lifeline going very strongly, very nicely, and very balanced. His color of the palm looks also good, like a good aura coming in. What we can certainly analyze is the shape of the palm, which is almost square shape coming up. Square shape is very good with finances. That's why he had a very good finance as a background. And I think previously in the past also, between 2005 to 2009, he was working in the finance department of Canada. I believe he was the governor and holding a very good position in the government in the past. So has that financial decision making aura in his hand, or in some experience coming in from his palm. However, the only thing which I didn't like in his palm was, these sort of gaps these gaps between his fingers. There's like a lot of gaps and lot of fluctuations in the fingers, which could indicate a little bit of manipulation happening in, like, even if he wins the election, there is, chances that there could be certain manipulations which will happen. I mean, that's the typical liberal party, which is like what we have seen in the last two elections, what we have seen in the last 10 years, and how the situations are. I really wish that whatever happens, whoever is the leader, I really wish very good luck. I really wish it really helps every one of us, all the families of Canada. This would be like really emotional and very important election, emotionally as well as during this difficult time. What are your comments? Who is going to win? Like, is it Pierre, conservative, or is it Mark from liberal? Comment below and let me know your thoughts, please. So this is the palm which we can have a very vague, it's I cannot like see exact lines, but very vague sun line is coming in, the lifeline is going good, and a palm overall has a good aura, so it looks good. Now, one of the most important thing which I wanted to discuss today, let's keep their birth charts apart. Let's keep their palm pictures apart. We have to see one very important thing which I wanted to discuss is that Mark Carney took the oath. His wedding ceremony was on March the 14th, 2025, last month in Ottawa. The time when he took the oath for becoming the temporary new Prime Minister of Canada, that time was very auspicious. And as you can see on the screen, we have this 11:25 a.m. Eastern time at which he took the swoon, and during this time the Muhurat, or the auspicious time, was strong, indicate that whatever the person is doing will continue for a long time. So the leadership, the support system is going to continue for a longer time, and is not a temporary prime minister for 3 months or 6 months. There is a possibility that he would continue to become the next prime minister of Canada. So that's the Muhurat system which we see was strong, more stronger reason than his palmistry, of course, more stronger reason than his birth chart too. But I really I really like my personal choice. I really like this guy Pierre. I have been following him from last 3 years on Instagram, his speech. I have heard his vision. I've seen this man working really hard day in and day out with his cute family. He was here in my city. I was like just an inch closer to meet him, and I wish I could have met him and asked him for his palm picture or birth detail and could have given him a reading for the selection, but I missed that opportunity. He was very close here campaigning in Kingston, Ontario. But I really wish all the very best for him. What are your guys supporting and what are your thoughts? Is it liberal? Is it conservative? Just comment below and let me know, liberal or conservative. We will get back to you with one more video. We are certainly, I'm searching for some more palm pictures. I will do one more video before the end of next week. We have a big debate coming up in next 2 days. A lot of things are going to happen. So let's see what's going to happen. And I really wish all the very best and good luck for every one of us. Do you guys have any questions from the birth charts or this palm picture or this March the 14th swearing ceremony time? Please do let me know if you have any astrological questions, and I would be really happy to help you. So whether it's the destiny written in the skies or secretly hidden in our palms, the stars typically never lies. The stars typically never lies because astrological indications suggest that both the Mark Carney and Pierre possess certain unique strengths and unique style that could influence this big political trajectories coming up. Carney's chart highlight a period of transformation and has a strong potential leadership continuation. But let's see. But if you have enjoyed this deep dive into video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and thank you so much for watching this video till now. And I would be very excited for checking all the comments of this video, and I'm going to reply to every one of you too. Take care, guys, and good luck. Bring it on, Canada. Goodbye.